What's good, everybody? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Zamir from XSC Tunes. In this video, I'm going to talk about how to create and organize your samples, right? In the previous video, I talked about what are the things that I do when I'm not feeling inspired to make music. There was a ton of things that I said in the video. One of it is I like to create or make samples or presets, right? In the video, I did show you guys how to create samples, but I have a better way for you to render it and organize it, right? So this is the best way, in my opinion, to render samples, and it will save directly to your samples folder, right? So without further ado, let's jump right in. Okay, so I don't have any samples right now, so let me just go and create some sound. I'm just gonna go ahead and use some of these. I'm not sure which plugin should I use. Yeah, let's use Synth Master. Okay, I'm gonna go through some of these presets here. Okay, let's say I like that preset right now, and I'm gonna record something. Let me try. Okay, so this is my sample right now. Let's say I'm happy with this sample, but I don't think I want to use this sample right now. I don't want to work on it. I'm too lazy at the moment, right? So what I'll do is I'll usually save it in my sample folder, right? But one of the ways that you can do this is by right click on it, go to render in place, and then render it like so. So now once we render this audio is going to be stored in a folder within that project file, right? So that's not where I want the file to be, right? So usually you can go to the render settings here and then change the location here to whichever the sample directory that you have, right? And I don't like to do that because if I change the folder here, so for every audio that I render after this, it's going to go to that folder, which is not a good thing because I don't like to keep my audio rendered in a different folder than my project folder. So what I usually do is, let me undo this. So what I'll do is I will select the event and go to file, go to export, and then selected events, right? Okay, so this is different than rendering the audio, right? This one, I have a sample folder that I've already chosen before, which is this one. In under battery samples, I have my own folder right below, right here. So these are my folders where I save all my music samples that I like. All right, by exporting the events, by going to file and export, every time I export, this location is saved, right? So I know that every time I export using this method, it's going to store in one of those folders that I've created in my directory. That is why I like to use this method rather than rendering the audio. So let's check out these processing options, right? So if you don't have anything here under inserts, you just want to render the MIDI, then you can just select dry. And if you want to render the track with the inserts and the sends, then you click on complete signal path. And if you have some plugins in your master stereo bus, such as saturations or limiter, and you want that to be printed together with the sample, then you choose complete signal path plus master effects, right? I'm gonna just use dry because I don't have anything right here. So I'm gonna name them. So let's say ARP Magic. All right, so usually I'm very bad at naming them. I just like to save them like sample new, sample cake, or whatever. But today, for some reason, I got a name. All right, so ARP Magic is the name of the sample, and I'm gonna go and choose the folder. I just created this folder for this video. So I'm gonna select this folder, and I'm gonna export this one right now. All right, so when I go to the file browser and if I go to the chords, so ARP Magic, so ARP Magic is already there, right? Let's say I'm creating samples, right? For instance, it's for a let's say a hip hop beat, and I want to have like soul kind of samples. I usually create my own sample. So usually for that kind of stuff, I will have a multi-tracks, right? So I'm gonna go and add a couple of more tracks now for this demonstration. Drums here, yeah. Okay, if I want to render both of these audio track as one audio track, right? Because I want to then chop it and manipulate it, but with my sampling technique later on, right? For sample based beats. So what I'll do here, I will select both of these audio events, go to file, export, go to selected events. Now you have to make sure to change this from dry to channel settings. If you choose dry, it will export the audio track individually. So I don't want both of these tracks to be exported individually. I want it to be combined, right? So what you have to do is click on channel settings, and also make sure that if you have any inserts or sends, go ahead and choose whichever settings that you want. So either complete signal path for both insert and sends, and complete signal path plus master effects if you want to print the effects from master track. Okay, I'm gonna go back to channel settings now, and I'm gonna go down here and I'm gonna just name them as, let me add some drum, art magic with drums, right? So I'm gonna click on this one, mix down to one audio file. So when you click on this, it's gonna render both of these audio tracks together. Okay, so now I have this sample. All right, so if let's say I'm now using MPC beats right now, for instance, for sampling purposes, then I can just go ahead and, let me close this one. Then I can go back to that folder, file browser, and then add this to MPC beats like so. And then I can do all the other sampling or further manipulation within these MPC beats, right? I find that doing this method is more organized because I don't have to go and find the files from elsewhere, because I have all these folders right here in my favorites folder, right? So this really saves my time. Alright guys, so that's it for today. I hope you guys find this video helpful. If you guys did, please make sure to subscribe, turn on notification, smash the like button, and share this video to everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.